Hey guys, today I played Mortal Kombat, the original, the arcade, and rock Sub-Zero. See how we go. So, let's move my thing out of the way there. So yeah, when this game came out in Australia, it caused a massive uproar. Super controversial game. So I think it was one of the first video games where people were really worried about the effect it would have on people because, I mean, it was violent, but it was also very comical. So to normal people that could see that, it wasn't a problem, but you got all the activists and all the Christian lobbyists up in a knot, and they were all going off their brains saying, oh, you gotta ban games like this and ban games altogether. It was just crazy. So, I mean, I love this game, mainly because you can do that. You can tear people's heads off, but I don't go around doing it in real life. Well, not anymore after jail sentence. But anyway, yeah, just especially in our country, we've always been like very strict on media and video games. I shouldn't really say media because as far as video games go, you can get some fairly tame stuff compared to what you can get. Some of those punches is bullshit. Excuse me. You can get some fairly tame games compared to what you can get on DVD and Blu-ray nowadays. I mean, you can get some truly like violent stuff, but because it's interactive media, it's classed completely different in our country. So, I mean, if something is deemed to be too violent or whatever, too unsavoury, then it basically falls into what's called an RC category in our country, which is like a rating, like refused, or which is refused classification. And if something has that rating in Australia, it can't legally be sold in any store in Australia. So the most recent case was the latest Mortal Kombat game on Xbox 360 and PS3. They tried to release that here and it was given an RC, refused classification. So that game is effectively banned in our country. And it was probably the highest profile game to be banned in our country, like for a long time. Pretty much or ever, I'd say. There was nothing bigger that was actually ever banned. What else was banned? I'm on a tangent. I think Manhunt was banned. The game where you had to kill all the convicted killers. I've actually got a copy of that. I went to trade it in at a video store and they said we cannot trade that game in because it's banned and we can't resell it. So I did not know that. Plane going over my house. I don't know if you can hear that. I'll just be quiet for a second. There we go, it's pretty much all gone. Yeah, what I think when San Andreas, when the Grand Theft Auto, when the hot coffee, could only be unlocked through pretty serious modification of the game, but those particular versions of the game were banned. So that was another thing. Like if you had a version of the game that still had hot coffee in it, even though no normal person that ever got it and went and played it in their Xbox or whatever would ever see it, it was banned. So they actually had to pull them off the shelves in our country and they had to re-release it as a version that had the hot coffee like code removed. Yeah. That was pretty decent. Anyway, it's just insane the way that they treat gamers in our country. We're not classed as adults. So effectively, if you're over the age of 15 in Australia, you can't play video games. So it's just ridiculous. I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. Of course you can play them, but the government doesn't recognise that anyone over 18 plays video games. So it also poses a big problem where, like, because we only have a rating that goes to 15, a lot of games come in under the radar. Like we get like the Gears of War and Black Ops and all the Call of Duty series and things like that. They all come in as like MA 15 plus, which means you have to be 15 years and over to buy it. But there's content in those games that the 15-year-old should not be able to play. So, but because we don't have a higher rating, they're forced to come in. So purely because of the revenue that they will generate for the country. I mean, can you imagine if they banned like a Call of Duty game or a Halo game? Like, that would be some serious shit. Oh. Well, that was a premature end to this playthrough. I just sort of got carried away talking there, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, we'll see you for the next playthrough.